Okay, hey everyone, it's Rob here. So as promised, I'm going to make a video about how to turn a regular car that you could buy at Walmart or Target for $10-ish into something that you could drive with Arduino. So let me just go through my stuff here. This is the car. Now, this car, I actually don't know what it is or how much it costs. We got it a number of years ago for our kids, or perhaps the kid's grandmother got it. I've now just taken it and destroyed it. So what you can see is that all I did was cut out the board. So there was a microcontroller in here. I just cut it out. The other thing that I did, which I'm not going to demonstrate during my live demo because something would definitely go wrong, is that I don't know if you can see, is that I just soldered headers to these wires so that I can plug females directly into there. Just makes it easier. So I was looking around online. You can get these online used or even broken for pretty cheap, like eBay, or you can get them new. There's like a Dodge truck one that I saw that was $9. So let's just say this is a $10 to $15 item. This is a dual H bridge. This is the L298N version. There's a bunch of these around. This one I got on, actually I don't remember if I got this on eBay or at the local electronics store. They're like $2 to $5, maybe $3 to $6 if you want to factor in shipping. This one in particular I recommend. It's probably $1 or $2 more, but what it does have is the ability to it's got a voltage out, so you can bring in battery power and then also push that power directly to your Arduino, up to 5 volts. Alright, so what I'm going to do for this particular build is I'm going to do Trinket $7. Again, I'm not going to demonstrate it, but I did solder these headers onto Trinket. It doesn't have the header soldered on, so you can make whatever connections you like, but that's how I just did this solder directly. I guess a note on soldering to the board. So the best thing to do is to take a breadboard and to just kind of, you put your pins securely in there, and then you take your microcontroller and you place it on top with the pins poking through the holes you want to solder. And then I like to actually take some heat resistant tape and then just tape it down to the board, and that way it's secure when you do your soldering. And I like this particular solder tip, but it just becomes pretty easy when it's secured to the board. So tangent, you're going to need a battery. There's a 9 volt. I'm sure you've got one lying around. You're going to need a connector. These are 50 cents. And a bunch of lead wires. Alright, so let's get to the assembly. Hopefully this will stay. Okay. Alright, I'll just go through it. So what you want to do is we're going to first take our H bridge, and there are 4 pins on this H bridge that we're interested in. These pins are going to go to our Trinket, and when you send digital high to one and digital low to the other, it will turn the motor one way, and when you do the opposite, it will turn the motor the other way. The enabled pins are actually jumped. Here, I haven't been talking in, sorry. So the enabled pins are actually jumped here already. Essentially they're on all the time. Now we could take these jumpers off and put a lead into this. Trinket only has 4 outs, so we're going to leave these on. It'll make it easier. Alright, so the other thing is the motors connect on either side. So this is a dual bridge. These two pins and this jumped pin control this motor, these two, and that jump pin control this motor, and then the voltage in out and ground is here. So alright, so first thing we'll do is we will connect leads to these 4 pins. These are female to female, going from H bridge to trinket. So those first 2 I will just connect to pins 1 and 2. Kind of hard to see on trinket, but that looks like 1, and this looks like 2. Perfect. And we'll just do 3 and 4 to 3 and 4. The order doesn't really matter, because you would just adjust your program to go, where you send the high and where you send the low. 3 is over here. You can look up the schematic online for this. Essentially there's really only 4 pins to work with though for trinket. This is the 3-volt trinket, by the way. Alright, so that's it. That's pretty simple right there. That's wired up. Now let's wire up the car to the H bridge. So this one, again, having these headers soldered on makes it pretty easy. I'm just going to connect. Now I got these female to male leads. So I'll just connect these up. We'll go, this is the wheels that turn steer. So I'm going to put them in this side. Now I would use like a flat wire hair. These round are fine though for what I'm doing. So I'm just going to plug them in and tighten this up. Cool. Alright, now we're going to do the other motor. Connect that guy again. The order doesn't really matter. You just adjust your program. And plug them into this side. Tighten that up. Alright. Okay, now comes power. So there is a voltage in on this trinket that can take up to like 16 volts. Just check the document on that. And that guy is the battery in. It's right next to the ground. So he's right here. So this green wire is going to go to our positive, and I'll make the black our ground. The ground is right next to that battery in. Don't use the 5-volt out. You won't fry your board, but you certainly it wouldn't operate as you expected. So this is gonna connect to our 5-volt out here. I know it's a 3-volt board, but that battery in can take up to 16 volts, so that's fine. This will connect to our ground right here. Okay, I'm going to do our battery connector, ground, shove that in there before I fully tighten. Hopefully you can see all this. I would not like to remake this video. And then we'll connect this red guy. That one didn't go, so we'll try again. A little bit more. It's probably an easier way to do this. This is not the only way to do this. I am just doing it this way for the purposes of this video. This is the stuff I had lying around. Okay. Positive over here. Connect that guy. Alright, so we are all wired up, looks like. Okay, now we need to upload the Arduino program. I've already uploaded it. I will submit the program to Piazza so you can see it. So just connect your battery once you have that program uploaded. One note about uploading that program to Trinket. Sometimes Trinket, you gotta like hit that reset button immediately before you try to upload. It doesn't automatically reset on its own for some reason. So just keep that in mind when you're uploading to Trinket. So if I've wired everything correctly, this program that I previously installed and will show you should work. So it's just going to test all the systems. This guy does not want to stay. We will try again. Come on, buddy, you're ruining my video. Alright. Get in there. Okay. Okay. Looks good, so I'm going to pick him up because I don't want him to fly off my desk. So the Arduino program just does a left turn, a right turn, and then a forward, and a backward. Alright, thank you for watching my video. I hope this is going to help you out. Bye.